Your Excellency and special guest of honor, first of all, let me apologize that we kept you since. You have been ready since morning and were unable to start on time. I want to apologize. It is not in our character just that we came back this early morning from Abuja. It's not in our character to keep our guests waiting. But let me, on behalf of the government and people of the state, most sincerely thank you that each time we invite you to be part of whatever activities that is taking place, you have always obliged us to be with us. This is not your first time, this is not your second time, and this is not your last time of coming to River State to commission projects. On behalf of the state, I want to say thank you, and members of your delegation and the good people of Abia State. Your Excellency, I forgot to recognize one, if not the most leading, erudite professor of history for those of us who were opportune to go to university when university was university. Professor of archaeology, Professor E.J. Alagwa of University of Port Harcourt. I'm sure he should be up to 90 years now. I just saw him here, and he told me he lives in this Orogbum Crescent, and is happy with what we have done. Professor, we thank you for coming out to appreciate what we have done. I do not know whether there's any other road in this GRA that we have not done. If there's anyone, let somebody raise his hand now, or don't raise their hand any longer. Is there any other road in this GRA we have not done? Today is the last day. So I believe every road in this GRA has been done and was done by Julius Berger. So if there's any other road that has not been done, maybe it is your family house. And it is not our responsibility to do your family house. But we're happy that today people appreciate how Port Harcourt, how we have brought back Port Harcourt to be what it used to be. I'm sure those of you who know GRA very well, this Orogbum Crescent, you will appreciate why people are happy. And when you have good roads, obviously, business things will thrive. People will not be sending their vehicles to mechanics, which is unfair too to mechanics. It means that they will no more be making money as they used to make, because the vehicles will not last long. Every mechanic will pray, let there be a bad road, so that people will be bringing their vehicles to them. You see, one person's, what do you call it? So as you said. So some people will be praying, but that is a bad prayer. That mechanic who prays that is a bad prayer. It's like a doctor saying, God help, let people be sick. That would be a very bad prayer. We know naturally that somebody may be sick, but it's not for you to pray that people should be sick. So we were happy. Each time I read comments made by people who have failed, I just laugh at them. People think the only way they can be candidate of a party is when they go to newspapers to say what they don't have the facts of. Shame. They never knew that we can turn Port Harcourt around this way. They never knew, because they had all the opportunity in life. They had all the money in life. But with the little we have, see what we have done in the Port Harcourt. I challenge them to be bold, to walk around the streets of Port Harcourt. Some people say, oh, I hear one of us Nopala's friend, I was reading on paper today. He said, oh, that I'm doing flyovers all in the Equatorial land, Port Harcourt and You know, I don't understand. The same man who is saying that, ask where does he live? He does not even live his local government in Asari. I don't even know if he knows his father's house in Asari. People who are born to tell lies. Who will always tell you, my father was this. But ask them, who are you? My father was. Yes, your father was. You, who are you? My father was the first Solicitor General of Rivers State. I agree. My father was the first Accountant General. I agree. That was your father. What about you? So, me, I can say, my father was not this, but my father was, but I'm governor of Rivers State. So when you see people just come out, you begin to talk without facts, jump from here to here, jump from this place to this place. I don't want to call his name. Their friends are here. They know where they meet. You know, and I've told people, it is not about your father. It is about you. If your father had laid a foundation for you to grow, your father should be happy wherever he is, whether he's alive, whether he's dead, to say, yes, I'm happy. Today my son is this and this and that. But not where parents will suffer. Spend money to train their children. At the end of the day, they turn out to be nothing. Nothing. And such people will open their mouth. My father was Solicitor General. While you are nothing. It doesn't make sense. I prefer my father was nothing, but I'm something. But this one, my father was something, I am something too. So I've kept on with the legacies of my father. So those of you who have disgraced your father or your family, better keep your mouth shut. And don't talk again. People, men who will not understand that they are men, and begin to open their mouths and begin to tell lies. I'm happy to be in PDP. PDP is a solid party that has kept on making Nigerians to believe that, yes, there's hope tomorrow. APC has failed. APC has what? Failed. Look at their crisis. Just ordinary convention is a problem. Ordinary convention. That didn't take us time as opposition party. Yet see what's happening to them. And that is the kind of people you want to leave your hope, your faith on. Can that be possible? It cannot be possible. There's no internal democracy in APC. It's only one man who decides. Mr. President traveled to Kenya, came back on Saturday, and ordered that this and this should happen. He traveled again yesterday. No internal democracy, because they were not formed to practice democracy. They were merely formed to see that, oh, they take over power, and now they cannot manage it. GDL, let me thank you. You know, in life, there are people who started with you, and they believe that they must also start the same time with you to benefit directly. No. We have all supported us to work for this state. And the happiness we have is that we have changed the face of the state. If we have failed, you won't be tying rapaya. You won't be bringing a blue-white umbrella. You will be putting your faces. Shame. It's not the government, but they cannot perform. But you're happy dancing and dancing because the government has performed. So that is a happiness. That should be an achievement for you, first of all. So let me tell you, do not be discouraged, because we have said before that will start stomach infrastructure, but there are the people that must benefit first for this stomach infrastructure. And that is the GDI people. How many people If anybody likes to die, let him die. Because when nobody knew we would be here, all of you stood. When people thought there was no hope, you stood. And time has come to also appreciate you, to say that all your works never in vain. You are from River State. You live in River State. And so nobody can say you are not entitled to benefit. So all of you who are not members of GI, do not be angry. Everybody has a home. Charity begins from home. So I will start with those who started with me. And also, so many people have been campaigning to be governors, to be this. You must understand that we must all sit together as people of the same political family to decide what will happen. Nobody will take Judea for granted. So, that I said this now will mean that so many people begin to lobby you. When they come, collect whatever you collect. At the appropriate time, as a family, we'll sit down and know where we're heading to. It's too early now. GDI! GDI! We can! So, other people have had their own. This is their own time to have their own. And you know, the patient dog eats the father's bone. That's what we get. So I thank you for all your labors. I know how many of our people died during the election period. But all that is gone. To the glory of God, we're here. And to say you could not to be steadfast, could not to be united and support the state. You know, this period is a difficult period. Transition periods normally are difficult periods. That's where you will see betrayers and betrayers. Some people say, don't worry, he's living. Yes, I'm living. But I know that God is not living. God is around. And since he's around, we'll all be smiling. We'll all be smiling. So, Your Excellency, the special guest of honor, let me once more thank you. And to urge you to speak to your people and urge you to talk to them with the language you understand and you understand as Secretary of Council, and then commission this Orogbum Crescent. Most people don't understand what is the Secretary of Council. They will never understand it. It is not a language for everybody. It's a language for those who watch Al Jazeera. So, Mr. Secretary of Council, please come and talk to us and commission Orogbum Crescent. Thank you and God bless you.
Thanks for checking out SYMFONI on YouTube. Please be sure to subscribe and like our videos for updates.